Saludos! Welcome everybody to the boxing commentaries with the dude here to commentate about boxing. Just throw my two punches in here to commentate on the fight. Pacheco versus McCumby live right now. Run cut it directly. It's the beginning of the second round. The first round just ended. The bell just started for the second round. I was a little bit distracted here when the fight happened. I was trying to decide whether I was going to go live or not. I decided to go live. The first round was a little bit of a feel around kind of a fight, but McCumby, he closed around pretty good by lunging in, throwing some power shots there. Some went kind of wild, hitting air. Some did get through. But Pacheco, man, I think he did win the first round with his jab. To be honest with you, man, his pressure, his measuring. But McCumby, man, he's in it right now. He's right out there in the center of the ring right now and shit, bro. You know what I mean? Pacheco's continuing to aim for the face of McCumby with that jab. Very successful as Pacheco. He has a good jab, that's indeed. McCumby has a shorter jab, so he's going to be struggling, as he's been doing for the first round, trying to, take away that jab away from Pacheco. So he's having trouble taking away the jab from Pacheco as Pacheco is coming in and measuring. McCumby's closer on the ropes, where Pacheco's kind of measuring his way in. McCumby kind of glazing alongside the ropes right there, just grazing them, just going side to side. He tries to come in with the double jab. Doesn't do much as Pacheco retreats with the step or two, comes back in with the high guard. Whoa! McCumby lunges in with a solid left hook. I think that went and it landed on Pacheco. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in that particular exchanges of punches there in the second round. But here we go again. Pacheco trying to pursue McCumby up against the ropes. McCumby pretends he fakes a shot right there, kind of like a fake pump right there. Doesn't do much with it. Receives a jab of Pacheco. McCumby's right now just kind of holding on to his ground and shit, trying his best. And it is what it is right now, Holmes. You know what I mean? Pacheco and McCumby, 1 minute left in the second round. Pacheco in the center, kind of not doing much himself. You know what I mean? He's just kind of hunting. He tried to throw a couple of jabs right there, missed all of them. McCumby gets caught with the uppercut. He just comes in with the 1-2. But I think they collided heads, which is why the why the ref stopped the fight. I can't see, but I think he got cut. It's an accidental headbutt is what they're calling. There is a big gash somewhere in the eyebrow of the left eye, from what I could see. So McCumby is now suffering from a cut from an accidental head clash. I'm not sure if it was a punch because McCumby lunged in. If anything, McCumby is responsible for that clash of heads because the way he came in, just rushing in like a running back looking for a touchdown. You know what I mean? And then there it was right there, the linebacker of right there. No, I just kind of missed. Pacheco's trying to come in. Pacheco's trying to meet McCumby in that exchange. Caught McCumby either an accidental headbutt or it was an exchange of punches. Either or, McCumby is suffering from. Yeah, he is, and then that blood is clearly in the eye of McCumby. McCumby's swinging wildly as he sees that blood, kind of bothering his left eye a little bit. Pacheco's continuing to remain calm and collected, throwing the jab. The bell just rang. They shake hands. McCumby goes to his corner to get that eye checked out. Let's see what they say, Holmes, because right now, it's not looking that good for McCumby. I think Pacheco's winning these first couple of rounds with his jab, specifically with his jab, not necessarily any power, any combinations, anything impressive. It's just right now it's a war of a jab, and I do mean a jab, not a war of jabs, because McCumby's not doing much. McCumby's not jabbing himself. It's just the jab that's looking impressive for Pacheco. I mean, you could win a fight with just the jab. Don't get me wrong. The jab is possibly one of the most important punches in boxing. What's up, Electrojet? What's up, brother? And so it's one of the most important punches in boxing is what they say because it sets everything up. Oh, yeah, it was McCumby, bro. McCumby came in with a wild lunging type of aggression, wide open, leading with his head, colliding on the side of Pacheco's face. I'm trying to get a better look at McCumby's eye. I couldn't really get a good look at McCumby's eye, to be honest with you. How deep, how long, if it's really affecting him. The bell just rang for the third round. It's 2 minutes and 44 seconds into the third round. I tried to kind of like zoom in. I mean, I'm watching this fight live on the zone, so we have rewind capability. But McCumby landed a nice set of punches to the body right there. As I see Pacheco trying to retaliate with the 1-2 to the body missing, grazing the guard of McCumby. McCumby is now continuing to throw his wild aggression, but he's missing. See, what McCumby needs to do, he has a great intention of coming in with that aggression, but where he's failing is that he's coming in punching. He's coming in winding up, right? He should be coming in colliding with the shield. His shield should be the one meeting Pacheco's aggression, right? In that counter. Once McCumby comes in with that shield inside the pocket of Pacheco, that's when he should start unleashing those wild power punches. I do see the eye of McCumby. It's kind of fucked up right now. You know what I mean? That he does have that big gash in his eye. That's possibly why he's getting a little bit desperate. Because I was really looking forward to this fight because McCumby is an exciting fighter. Despite coming off a loss to Caleb Plant, he put up one heck of a fight, and the fans wanted to see him come back. And this is exactly why he's fighting against Pacheco. But he gets hit with a straight from Pacheco, and then McCumby tries to retaliate with a set of hooks, grazing Pacheco as Pacheco steps back and comes back in, looking for the jab, lands one on that bleeding eye of McCumby. See, McCumby's eye is still bleeding all the way down. It's pretty much, trickling down from his nose to his cheek, possibly even to his mouth and shit, So I'm not even sure how much if it's affecting now his breathing, if it's going into his nostrils. Because you could clearly see that his whole nose is covered in blood. McCumby's whole face may not be covered in blood. Maybe it's just that left eye, but his nose is clearly visibly covered in blood. Is it going in his nostrils? Is it affecting his breathing? I don't know. At this point, it just looks like it's kind of affecting a little bit of his eyesight. You know what I mean? Because Pacheco's throwing that jab straight at that bloody eye with success, where McCumby's not even making any attempts to evade any of those particular punches. Getting hit again on that left eye. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly what's happening with McCumby, but I am more than certain that he's not able to see with that eye. Because every single punch, whether it's a straight, a hook, or a jab, I haven't seen an uppercut, but in that direction. But everything that is being thrown in the left eye of McCumby is connecting, right? He's not even making any effort to avoid, to dodge, duck, and it's affecting him. You know what I mean? And what is going to happen is that McCumby is going to start focusing a lot on his left side because his visibility is impaired to Belgian strike. But what's going to happen in these particular situations is when one eye is fucked up, you start focusing more on your guard, kind of looking out for what's coming in to the direction of that fucked up eye, which sets up the power punches to the opposite eye, right? So McCumby is in a bad situation right now. It's up to Pacheco to maintain this rhythm. You know what I mean? He has the fight in his hands. It wasn't his fault why McCumby is suffering these particular disadvantages of being cut, having his eyesight fucked up, and possibly having some of that blood trickle in his nostril. And you got to think about it. Even if it's going in on one side of the nose, like in one nostril, it might be irritating. Your mouth, you're biting down on the mouth guard. You're breathing heavily. And imagine as you take a deep breath to kind of unleash your particular set of punches, while you're taking that deep breath, imagine some of that blood going inside your nose. It's going to affect your focus. It's going to irritate you, kind of distract you. You might going to rub it off. If you pick up your glove and try to, rub up the blood from your face, you might be exposing your stomach, your ribs to a punch. So clearly McCumby is in a huge disadvantage coming into the fourth round. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this particular round. McCumby doesn't look in no shape, way, or form scared, tired, giving up. But he does look a little desperate. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You know what I mean? So McCumby right now with kind of a little bit more hyperactive movements inside that ring, where Pacheco's a little bit more calm, collective, taking steps back when McCumby's trying to come in. I'm pretty sure the corner of Pacheco, they're telling him to kind of, take it easy. He's lunging, because everybody knows that it only takes one punch to change the whole, course of the fight. And Pacheco wants to keep the same momentum to make sure that the outcome is in his favor. You know what I'm saying? Pacheco landing the jab right there. Not much is happening. That's why I'm talking more than what the fight is happening. Like I said at the beginning, it's pretty much trickling down to this particular momentum. McCumby landing an overhand right on the side of the face of Pacheco. But it's basically a fight of the jab, right? Pacheco has to continue landing that jab. He's winning the fight with the jab, right? He has to use it now more to set up his combination and his power punches, whether it's an uppercut, a hook, or a straight. But he has to start setting up these punches because all he's doing basically is throwing a jab like he's doing right now, and he's clinching, right? Or he's taking a jab and he's taking a step back, and there's not much action to this particular fight. It is a good jab. It is a very dedicated, very elite jab where it's keeping off his opponent, which is McCumby, at bay with that jab. And McCumby is not an outside fighter. He's a fighter who looks for the fight. He's an exciting fighter. And the fans are not getting to see McCumby perform in that exciting fashion because, for one, he's dealing with the jab in his face. And at the same time, Pacheco is not engaging a fight where he wants to look for a brawling type of a performance. There's no need for him to fight in a phone booth type of a fight if he's winning the fight with his jab. I'm pretty sure they're looking for the strategical, more the strategic type of a plan for Pacheco, where he's continuing to be very successful with that jab. He lands 2 jabs in a row with no response from McCumby. McCumby takes a step back, comes back in, and he has that kind of Floyd Mayweather stance with one hand kind of low, one higher than the other. Not that he's trying to do any shoulder rolls. It's just a very sloppy guard. He's getting hit. And for the fact that McCumby has a fucked up left eye, his eye is impaired, his vision is impaired. He has that left hand very low all the way down to his leg. It's very bad training, rookie mistakes, if I would call it that, even though McCumby has, 28 wins in his belt or something like that. It's just that he's making a rookie mistake. If your eye is fucked up, if your vision is impaired, why not keep your hand closer to your eye, right? And this has to do with your training. Maybe McCumby doesn't train like the elite fighters do train for every particular outcome, every particular factor. If you're injured, what do you do? How do you fight? If you feel like you're dizzy, what do you do? What is the situation? What is the plan? There has to be more than a plan A and a plan B for offense, but also for defense. You know what I mean? So I grew up in the sport of boxing. I was never a professional fighter, right? But I got to be around professional fighters. I got to help train a professional fighter. Shout out to my homie, Jose Celaya El Cuate from Salinas, right? Never really a world champion, but he was an NABF champion. A decent record. Actually fought to Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And I helped him train. I helped him prepare. I helped him, in many ways. I've been around different trainers, different aspects of fighting. I was associated with Cain Velasquez. Me and him had not a friend-to-friend relationship, but an acquaintance. You know what I mean? And so I'm not an expert, but I've been around the sport of boxing to know that when I do see these fighters training, I do see a difference in the fighters who are looking for that high elite status compared to an ordinary type of training, old school type of, you know what I mean? There's more to it than just going out for a couple of, jogs, running, hitting the bag, shadow boxing. There's more to it. You know what I mean? And it has to do with your coaching. It has to do as what the fighter has to be creative. You know what I mean? Right now we're at the 2 minutes into the 5th round. There's really not much action, guys, in this particular fight. I could continue saying the same old shit, and it's the same outcome. You might see some flashes here and there, an attempt from McCumby. But McCumby right now is just basically trying to stay away from the jab, and that jab is very successful to this moment. Pacheco lands a jab to the body. McCumby comes in, hinting, pump faking, does nothing, comes back out, comes back in with 2 lazy jabs. Pacheco's in the center of the ring, looking at McCumby, bleeding, breathing, standing face to face, measuring, just staring at each other, not doing nothing, no punches being thrown whatsoever. It's almost been I don't know how many seconds, and McCumby just throws a jab, and Pacheco also throws a lazy jab, and another one to the body, but that's about it. Back and forth, another jab by McCumby, grazing at Pacheco. McCumby missing with the wild left hook. Pacheco taking a couple of steps back, coming back into the center of the ring, picks up his guard, peekabooing through the guard of Pacheco to see what McCumby's doing, throws a jab. McCumby is in the corner, not doing nothing, picks up his hand. They're playing tag. They're playing patty cake with the jab. They're touching each other's glove with the patty cake. Pacheco's peekabooing through his guard. Finally, Pacheco throws a lazy jab McCumby throws a lazy left hook. They both kind of held back on their punches. McCumby throwing two lazy jabs at the air, whereas Pacheco avoids a kind of like a 2-3 punch combination from McCumby from far away. Does nothing but hit air. McCumby does a little kind of cumbia move, a little hokey pokey dance move right there. You know what I mean? Like a little side shuffle. Like an Iki shuffle. He does like a little Iki shuffle. You know what I mean? He's trying to do the Iki shuffle. McCumby's doing the more Iki shuffles. Punching the back of Pacheco. There is McCumby with a hook to the body. McCumby throws a jab to the guard of Pacheco. They both kind of slap each other with a weird kind of stretched out, kind of weird, kind of, I don't know, bro. It's kind of boring kind of fight. And I think it's boring because McCumby's bleeding in the eye. McCumby is, like I said, an exciting fighter. It's just he has too many disadvantages, and he does not know how to take the jab away from Pacheco. Now, if I was in McCumby's corner, or if I were McCumby, right, coming into the fight, you have to understand that this possibility of having your eye blinded either by a thumb, a punch, an elbow, a cut, a headbutt, whatever it may be, blood trickling in, you have to keep your hand up, son. Keep your fucking hand up. McCumby just has that, already he has, like I said, that bleeding eye. It's cut, right? The blood is obviously trickling down, and he has his left hand, all the way down, touching his leg, bro. Like if he's trying to, I don't know, look for his phone or some shit. You know what I mean? And boxing, they say, hold on to the phone. Keep the phone up, man. Like you're making phone calls to keep that guard up, right? But in this case, he's searching for his phone. He's misinterpreting what the fuck they're trying to explain about that phone. The phone's not in your pocket, McCumby. The phone's in your ear. Protect that face. McCumby trying to throw some jabs as the bell rings right now, starting at the 6th round. 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the clock. A couple of jabs from McCumby. Stretching his arm out, you know what I mean? Playing patty cake with Pacheco. Pacheco's kind of has a mean look, kind of looking at McCumby like he's a killer, but he just looks at him. He just stares at him. And they're both kind of just like tagging each other with their hand, you know what I mean? Like little patty cake. Like, you feel my hand? Yeah, I feel your hand. Hold my hand. Touch my hand. Patty cake, patty cake. I don't know how that song goes, but I remember when I was a kid, even my little girls, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I just don't know how the song goes, but it's like, I'm going to try to, try to say how it goes, but that's what they're doing. They're playing patty cake. Like patty cake McCumby, patty cake Pacheco, right? Stretching that arm. It's a jab by Pacheco. Lazy jab, lazy 1-2 by Pacheco, hitting it but air. McCumby looking at the fans like he's saying, "Look at me, guys, look at me. I just evaded the 1-2 by Pacheco. I went under it. What's up? Cheer me on." But he ain't doing nothing. Right? He's just looking, just staring at the fans. He literally just looked at the fans like, "What's up, fans?" Yeah, but Pacheco's still picking at it like a pesky jab. It's kind of, you know what it looks like to me? It looks like when you see like a mosquito trying to bother like one of your pets. Like, you ever seen a dog like you're it's at the porch, just lazy, and then there's like a mosquito, and then it's kind of bothering, but it ain't really doing much. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? It seems like that to me, bro. Like McCumby's just lazy, just chilling. He's just it's at a picnic. He's just looking at Pacheco like, "Hey, brother, what's up, man? How you been? Shake my hand." And Pacheco's just like a little pesky mosquito, right, with the little jab. Pesky mosquito. Pesky Pacheco. Pesky Pacheco with the pesky jab in the face of McCumby. So here comes Pesky Pacheco, throwing a couple of lazy jabs, just being pesky with that jab. Pesky Pacheco trying to trap McCumby into the corner. McCumby tries to do this little dance. McCumby got the little cha-cha-cha kind of thing going on with the little dance moves. So a cha-cha-cha McCumby trying to fight the pesky mosquito in Pacheco because his pesky jab just keeps coming in. That pesky jab from Pacheco is in his face. Pesky Pacheco with 2 jabs to the face of McCumby. And McCumby bleeding with that left eye, not doing nothing but doing the little cha-cha-cha move, trying to come in with the 1-2. I see Durabatov. Comment on the fight, not on the shit. Bro, there's nothing on the fight, bro. There is nothing on the fight. It's a boring fucking fight, bro. I am trying to make it as more entertaining as possible. Here, I'm going to be honest, Daryl. Let me do it the way you want me to do it. Just to give you an example. Pacheco comes in missing with the straight to the body, going in circles. Nothing is happening. They're both looking at each other. Pacheco tries to throw a 1-2, grazing at the arm. McCumby coming in with the wild left foot. Hits air. Pacheco is just looking at McCumby. I hear the 10-second roll. Pacheco just looking at McCumby. Pacheco is just looking at McCumby. McCumby tries to throw a jab, but it hits the arm of Pacheco. Pacheco is just looking at McCumby. Pacheco is just looking at McCumby. How do you have it scored? You know what, Daryl? you can get your ass out of my motherfucking channel. You don't tell me what to do because you're not watching the fight. I'm trying to explain the fight. I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm trying to show you, son. I'm trying to show you that this fight is fucking boring. That I am more entertaining than this fucking fight. And you want me to do one way? No, you get your ass out of my channel. Get your ass out of my channel. You can sit back, relax, enjoy the fight as I commentated, or you can sit back and get your ass bored to your mind, listening to the real shit that's happening in this fight. Because that fight is fucking boring, bro. It's a fight of the jab. It's a fight of the jab. You want to come back in, Daryl, make a new account. Just the way it goes. Make a new account, Daryl. Make a new account, Daryl. You don't come in disrespecting the man when he's giving a live round by round fight and he's being the most honest and respectful to you fans. Trying to, my dedication of the love to the sport. Trying to share this moment with you guys. With the bell just rang, right? Back to the fight. 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Starting into the round. Pacheco, if you guys are not watching the fight, it's round 7. It's in the middle of the fight. Pacheco has been dominating every single round with the pesky jab, right? It's a pesky jab. And McCumby hasn't done anything but continue to drop that left hand all the way down to his pocket, right? Knowing that he's bleeding, cut from that eye, and that is his biggest disadvantage in this fight. Pacheco just throws a jab to the face of McCumby. McCumby is trying to do a little shuffle, not doing nothing but shuffling his way in, shuffling his way back out. McCumby tries to shuffle, but he ain't doing nothing but throwing the jab. Pacheco comes in with the 1-2. It's about time he does something and retaliates. It's McCumby by hitting the air with aggression, with the jab from like a mile away. McCumby from a mile away trying to throw a jab. It's kind of like a stay away from me kind of thing. You know, when you try to stick your arm out, you know what I mean, and you say, stop. You ever seen like a traffic enforcer and they kind of yell at you, stop. That's kind of like what they're doing. They're kind of trying to be enforcers with that jab, just sticking it out there, their arm. You know what I mean? It's a fight of a jab, bro. This fight is nothing but the jab. You know, you guys can chill out with this dude. You guys can hear my commentary, man. I can make as many, punch for punch, round for round kind of, thing going on with the commentary. Or you can just chill out with me and let's just be honest. Let's make it more entertaining the way it already is. You guys are already here, right? It's already mid-fight. McCumby finally does this little bull rushing kind of fullback, trying to win the game at the last second through the goal line, rushing up to Pacheco. Pacheco just kind of bear hugs him. They get tangled up a little bit. Nothing happens. You know what I mean? Nothing happened. Right under the center of the ring, McCumby throws a 1-2, pretty much kind of combing the hair. Pacheco missing. McCumby looking at the crowd again, saying, look at me. I'm making Pacheco miss. Fine. You made Pacheco miss with this one, but bang, you've been getting hit in the face over and over with that jab, right? And it's just a boring kind of fight. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. I'm also watching I paid for the fucking pay-per-view fight, the PBC fight. I just thought the McCumby and Pacheco was going to be such a great fight that it was going to take me away from the Amazon pay-per-view fight that I bought. But right now, Pitbull Cruz, bro. Pitbull Cruz is about to fight this replacement. Flores, I think his last name is. I'm not sure exactly what the fuck his last name is. Let me raise the volume a little bit here. The judges for the Pitbull Cruz. There's probably more. Trip out. Max DeLuca was one of them. The referee. Mark Nelson is a referee for the Pitbull Cruz fight. That's probably more entertaining what's going on right now. The introduction of the Pitbull Cruz fight than what's happening in the Pacheco McCumby fight. You know what I mean? So, let me introduce to you Omar Salcido from Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. 20 wins, 2 losses, 14 knockouts. That is Omar Salcido. I guess his nickname is Super Salcido. And now they're introducing Pitbull Cruz from Mexico City. 27 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw with 18 knockouts. If you guys are interested in what's happening with the McCumby versus Pacheco fight, it is on the 8th round. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Pesky Pacheco with that pesky jab in the face of McCumby. Let me tell you something, man. If anybody's talking about how Pacheco should fight Canelo, forget it, brother. Forget it. He is nowhere near being competitive enough to handle what Canelo has to offer, bro. And I'm saying this because Pacheco is ranked number 1. Not saying that he's a mandatory fighter. He's just ranked number 1 underneath Canelo, and he could possibly get that mandatory fight in the upcoming months. But he's nowhere near. Right now they're exchanging punches. That is McCumby and Pacheco. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. This fight is so boring. I'm going to abandon commentating on the fight between Pacheco and McCumby. I'm just going to throw you kind of highlights of what's happening, but I'm going to focus right now. I'm going to stick around, don't get me wrong, to see Pitbull Cruz coming in against Salcido. As soon as the bell rang, comes in like a bull, like a pit bull, just snapping at Salcido's stomach, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull Cruz coming in, chopping at the body of Salcido. Pitbull has Salcido in the corner, man, just unleashing tremendous body punches. Most of them hitting the guard, but one left hook did hit the face of Salcido, rocked him. Now Salcido's clinching for dear life, refusing to let go. The referee had to call a timeout just to tell him, bro, let the fucking fighter go. Start throwing your punches. Here comes Pitbull Cruz. Salcido tried to throw a left uppercut, but with fear. You could tell Salcido is scared. He's kind of trembling. You could tell he's scared, bro. He's kind of retrieving. You could tell, bro, his whole demeanor is like fear. Pitbull comes in with the straight, grazing at the face. Salcido coming in with 2 solid body punches and 1 overhand right to the face of Salcido. I'm not too sure exactly how powerful that upper punch to the face was on Salcido's face, but I do know that those body punches are crunching. You could hear them. And you could definitely see Salcido kind of running for his life. Again comes Pitbull Cruz as Salcido tried to clinch, but Pitbull Cruz landed that huge body punch. Salcido comes in with one of his own. Pitbull Cruz in the center of the ring, trapping, throwing a left hook, getting clinched by Salcido. And in the meantime, it's about 15 seconds left on Pesky Pacheco's side. Pesky Pacheco looking at McCumby. Right? So it is what it is. Pitbull Cruz for Salcido, man. Salcido right now just staying away from an overhand right from Pitbull Cruz. Salcido trying to retaliate with a hook that lands on a guard of Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz is retaliating with the different sets of body punches. Lands about 2 or 3. Comes back out, comes back in on 2 or 3. And right now he just missed with the overhand right. Trying to be pesky with his own jab as Pitbull Cruz, but he's more focused on crunching the ribs of Salcido as he's clinching. The ribs just separated them. You got 50 seconds left on round number 1 for Salcido and Pitbull. Right? Missing is Pitbull Cruz with the jab. Missing now is with an uppercut and a hook was Salcido. Pitbull Cruz coming in looking for the body. Right? Again, Pitbull Cruz now hunting, being met with a few combinations. Salcido's a little bit more calm and collective now. I think he's believing, but as he gets hit with an overhand right by Pitbull Cruz, making Salcido retreat again. Right? Making a move again. Getting hit again with an overhand right is Salcido. Pitbull Cruz is just throwing those mean little short punches. Lands one to the body and an overhand right by Pitbull Cruz. Salcido tries to retaliate, gets hit with the jab. Sorry, an overhand right. He gets hit with an overhand right before he had gotten hit with the left hook. But Pitbull Cruz comes back in with about 2 or 3 body punches and another one upstairs. Again, it's coming in Pitbull Cruz as the bell rang. He was trying to lunge with a set of hooks. Some landed to the guard. One might have got through. And on the other side, we got round number 9. 2 minutes and 35 seconds for Pacheco and McCumby. I'm sorry, I'm going to say Pesky Pacheco with the pesky jab on Cha-Cha McCumby. That's all that was going on, Holmes. You know what I mean? Right now, Pacheco did throw a nice combination with an uppercut and a hook, and he's coming in with some more aggressions. He's looking for McCumby. He might be looking for the kill. So Pacheco might be looking for the kill, man, but he's not really doing much, man. It's really boring, bro. This fight is really not Let's just stick around for a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna stick around with the highlights of the Pacheco versus McCumby. Right, but we're gonna focus on the Pitbull Cruz Salido fight because that bell just started. Let's go, Pacheco! Wake up, do something. Pacheco tries to throw 2 jabs, but the bell just ran from Pitbull, so I'm gonna focus over my attention to Cruz and Salido. Right, both throwing hooks, getting caught with the guard. I saw a nice hook an attempt by Salido, but it was blocked by Pitbull Cruz. Salido's trying, he's moving. He's not doing much. Getting hit with 2 hooks is Salido to the face by a 2-punch combination from Pitbull Cruz. As he comes in with the 1-2, not much is being done right there by Pitbull Cruz. He does land an overhand right on the face of Salido, making Salido kind of pivot there. And back is Salido with the 1-2, but lands on the guard. Pitbull, as Pitbull Cruz retaliates with a few body punches. Some are getting through, some are landing on the arms and elbows of Salido. Now, just because those punches are landing to the overhand right by Pitbull Cruz on Salido, but just because those punches, like I was saying, land on the guard of a particular opponent doesn't mean it's not hurting them. It might be landing on your guard, but after a while, man, your hands, might start getting tired. So it's a good old veteran trick to go for the hands, wrists, and elbows and shoulders of your opponent, here and there, just to continue adding the pressure so that you could open them up and hopefully land a nice punch like Pitbull Cruz is trying to do right now. Lands a body punch, gets tangled as he tries to land a couple of punches as with one hand hanging. Does land the left hook to the side of Salido. Again, Pitbull trying to go to the body. Here is Salido trying to throw the jab on Pitbull's face. Overhand right by Pitbull, and then comes in with an uppercut. It's Salido. I think that uppercut might have landed on the chest of Pitbull. Oh, man. Pitbull landed a nice straight to the face of Salido. You just heard the crunch. Bah! Nice little. Missing his Pitbull with the left hook to the body. Throwing the left hook to the ear of Salido as Pitbull Cruz catches him off balance more than anything. Not necessarily with power, just more like a tap. On the other side of the screen, I do see Bam Rodriguez getting ready. There's Robert Garcia talking to Bam Rodriguez. We'll get to that later. Overhand right by Pitbull Cruz and a few set of jabs as Pitbull Cruz all over his opponent, landing a nice body punch to the stomach of Salido. Salido trying to do something with a little shoe shine, missing, but getting caught with a punch to the face by Pitbull Cruz that gladly delivers with an intent to hurt Salido. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, that's what we're doing. It's where we're at right now. Let me go ahead and check in over here to see where we're at. And it says no bias boxing. What's up to no bias boxing? What round is it? Depends on what fight you're looking at, bro. We're not here for the PBC, bro. If you're here for the DAZN fight, bro, stick around, bro. There's nothing really happening. Diego Pacheco. Did Pacheco get the stoppage now, bro? The 10th round just started for Diego Pacheco, right? So Diego Pacheco is right now fighting McCumby in the 10th round. The fight just started. McCumby's trying to come in with the set of 1-2s, hitting the guard of Pacheco. Pacheco's just taking steps back, and then he does that peekaboo look at McCumby. But Pacheco's not doing nothing but exactly what I just said, taking steps back. Now Pacheco throws a jab to the air, and he just keeps peekabooing, looking at McCumby. Another punch to the air, another one to the body is Pacheco. Pacheco is just kind of with the pesky jab, right? I'm looking at the unofficial scorecard. They're giving every single round but number 5 to McCumby. I'm sorry, to Pacheco. McCumby got round number 5, so Pacheco's clearly dominating this fight, right? McCumby is just kind of cha-cha-chime, bouncing up and down, left and right, trying to throw that 1-2, homie. You know what I mean? He's trying to do something. He's still bleeding from that eye. His hand's still very low. Cha-cha-cha as McCumby comes in, fake pumps, doesn't do much. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say about that fight. Let me go back to Cruz with Salido. That round just started as well. They're kind of doing the same shit. You know what I mean? A little bit more exciting from, you could say the fight between Pacheco and Salido. I'm sorry. You could say that the fight between Pacheco and McCumby somewhat resembles the fight between Pitbull Cruz and Salido, but one is more exciting than the other. See, Pacheco, you could say he's more like Salido, trying to throw that jab, you know what I mean, trying to stay away from the aggression. But in the other case, where Pitbull, his aggression is coming through. He's coming in. He's being successful. He's a shorter fighter, the shorter reach, but he's coming in with a nice guard. He closes distance. He lands an overhand punch. He lands an overhand left hook to the body now. Whereas McCumby, being the shorter fighter in comparison, right? He's not getting any success coming in because all he's doing is cha-cha-chaing. He's fake pumping. He makes these. Oh, he got hit by a nice uppercut from Pacheco right now. Right, so Pacheco throws another set of combinations, but he's pretty much landing on the guard. Oh, Pitbull Cruz lands an overhand right, some to the body. Got his fight hurt. Got him on the corner. Gets out of the corner, Holmes. He's back in the center of the ring. Pitbull Cruz, man, takes a step back, and the ref tells him to watch their head. So there was a nice little crazy aggression from Pitbull Cruz with a shorter fighter, with having less of a reach compared to his opponent. He comes in more with one intent to hurt his opponent with this aggression, this fierce and ferocity, right? This intensity to do what he has to do, that is to win. Another nice solid body punch to the side of Salcido. All that happened while McCumby did nothing but fake a punch, and Pacheco landed a jab or two. So you can see the difference in these particular fights, right? So the bell just ran for Pacheco and McCumby. They're going to the corners, whereas Pitbull is still digging to the body of his opponent as his opponent is clinching, separated by the referee. 47 seconds left in this particular round. A little combination jab right there by his Salcido. Pitbull Cruz trying to come in with some mean old hooks, getting caught and tangled. Some being met by Salcido's punches, combinations to the face of Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz does a little pivot shuffle, right? A little angle twist. Comes in with two punches to the body of Salcido, making Salcido kind of, I don't know, kind of did this weird kind of twerk. I don't know. This after he got hit, right? Like he folded a little bit. You know, it's kind of weird the way he did it. There's no kind of words to explain that kind of weird. Oh, a nice straight by Pitbull to the face of Salcido, making him stumble. And Salcido getting hit to the stomach by Pitbull's punches. We're still in between rounds of McCumby versus Salcido. I'm sorry, between McCumby and Pacheco. Salcido and Pitbull, the round just ended for them. Round number 11 for McCumby versus Pacheco. Pacheco dominated this entire fight. They're giving McCumby one round. I didn't see where they gave him a round. I got a little distracted when the Pitbull fight started, but that happened around round 8, whereas I was doing a round by round when they gave that round to McCumby. I don't see what round McCumby won. They gave him the 5th. I didn't give him shit. Right? McCumby's just doing all this fake pumping, this cha-cha-cha, this backward shuffling, the Ali shuffle, whatever they call it, bro. It's more like a Nikki shuffle kind of thing, bro. He ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? He ain't doing nothing, bro. Just cha-cha-cha McCumby, bro. Cha-cha-cha McCumby, looking at how the pesky jab Pacheco is continuing to throw that pesky jab at McCumby's face. McCumby missing with the 1-2. And Pacheco just looking through the peekaboo, is Pacheco. Pesky jab Pacheco's looking through the peekaboo, lands a jab. There's another jab by Pacheco. Boring fucking fight, bro. Pacheco is, I'm about to say Pitbull Cruz. That round just started. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds into this particular round, 4th round, a 10-round fight. Whereas the Pacheco versus McCumby is a 12-round fight. So in the 3 rounds of Pitbull Cruz Salcido has been more entertaining in 3 rounds. The 3 rounds of Pitbull Cruz Salcido has been 10 times more entertaining than the 10 rounds that Pacheco and McCumby have fucking produced. I hope that answers your questions. You could be here for whatever fight you want to be, bro. But right now, I'm going to give you highlights of the Pacheco versus McCumby fight. 1 minute left in that 11th round. But right now, man, I'm telling you, in the first 3 rounds of the Pitbull Cruz Salcido is nothing but packed action, fan-friendly, getting your money's worth type of a pay-per-view fight, right? So I'm focusing on the Pitbull Cruz closing his distance, landing a jab on his taller opponent, Salcido, right? Pitbull Cruz closing that distance, landing a left hook on the face of Salcido despite having a shorter reach, right? And being very successful with this combination, with this aggression, closing the distance, landing a set of hooks to the side of the body of his opponent, Salcido. Missing with an overhand left is Pitbull Cruz. right? Missing with another one, but landing with the right hook to the body, kind of grazing there on Salcido's ribs, but getting hit directly in the stomach with a nice left hook by Pitbull Cruz. Salcido throws a couple of jabs trying to get him off him, but Pitbull Cruz is inching his way in, right, trying to find the angle, comes in with another set of hooks to the ribs of Salcido. In the meantime, round 11 is about to end, 10 seconds left, and McCumby and Pacheco, well, Pesky Pacheco throws one jab as cha-cha-cha McCumby does nothing but cha-cha-cha's his way in, right, missing with the left hook, and the bell just ring for Pacheco and McCumby. We're still focusing on Pitbull Cruz coming in with the left hook to the face and the right hook to the face of Salcido back-to-back, getting tangled there. The referee comes in because Pitbull Cruz was about to go crazy. You know what I mean? Oh, nice low juke move by Pitbull Cruz, avoiding the punch and then trying to come in with the hook, but he gets tangled. Nice little juke move right there by Pitbull Cruz. Nice little Pitbull Cruz move, Holmes. That was a Pitbull Cruz move right there, right? Looked like a little Pitbull. Looked like a little Pitbull right there, Holmes. Avoiding the bite, coming back with the counter bite. Pitbull Cruz landing some solid left hooks on the face of Salcido. Again, he lands a nice left hook to the face of Salcido. Another one, and a more to the face and more something to the body, Holmes. Here comes Pitbull Cruz, Holmes, entertaining the fans, giving us the money's worth, Holmes. I paid about $80 for this fight. It was $79. And Pitbull Cruz making this fight worth it. Let's go Pitbull. Let's go Pitbull. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's about right now. Let's go ahead and look at any comments right now. If let's see what we're looking at. Let me zoom in. It says, hey dog, always brings the excitement. Gracias, carnal. Thank you, bro. It says it's unfortunate the rematch with Fierro. That's right, bro. That whole Fierro fight would have been different. Coming in late. Sorry, Pacheco winning. Yeah, bro. Dominated the whole fight. Dominated the whole fight, bro, with his jab. Did McCumby won? Nah, bro. McCumby is suffering from a cut to his eye. He ain't doing nothing. He's just staying away, dancing, shuffling, and he's doing nothing, bro. Salcido says, I remember he fought Chris Colbert. That's right, bro. Looks like Cruz about to drop him. It did, right? Who won? Nobody yet, bro. Last round for McCumby and Pacheco. And we do have oh shit, I almost accidentally closed the StreamYard. I hope I'm still alive. Yeah, I hope I'm still alive. I hope I'm still alive. I hope I'm still alive, which I am. Salcido's looking a little bit more calm, right? He's not as scared, bro. He's more patient. He's more in the center, a little bit more believing in himself. You should have seen those first reactions of Salcido, man. He definitely looked scared. Let me focus on this last round, unless something exciting happens, which it is happening in the Cruz Salcido fight. But the last round for Pacheco McCumby. McCumby's trying to throw that 1-2. Missy with the crazy sloppy overhand right is McCumby. McCumby tries to avoid that pesky jab by Pesky Pacheco. Pesky Pacheco in the center of the ring, landing a pesky jab to the body of McCumby. McCumby tries to retaliate. He almost drops Pacheco. McCumby almost dropped Pacheco with a lunging left lucky hook. Pacheco just was more. He almost dropped him, bro. Pacheco recovered quickly, though. I'm not sure how bad Pacheco is right now, but McCumby should go for it. I think Pacheco's hurt. Come on, McCumby. He ain't doing shit. I think Pacheco's hurt. Come on, McCumby. Why are you looking at him? I think Pacheco's hurt. Oh, shit. McCumby almost dropped Pacheco in the last round. All hope. But you know what? McCumby's too exhausted, bro. You can see it right now, bro. He tried to throw a set of combinations. And here comes Pacheco trying to close the round. 1 minute left, and Pacheco's trying to win it by knockout, bro. Pacheco's trying to get it back. But Pacheco's just looking. Bro. Nah, this fight's too boring. Even when they both had a chance to knock each other down, bro, or hurt each other, they're not going for the kill. It's just a pesky. Like I said, bro, this is a fight of the jab. The fight of the jab. And the jab is Pacheco's jab. Right, McCumby missing with another left hook, trying to repeat what he did earlier, getting hit with the pesky jab, another pesky jab, and another pesky jab. Missing with that last third jab for Pacheco, and McCumby looking at the crowd like he did something special. McCumby taking a few steps back, shuffling, cha-cha-chawing, going under a jab Pacheco, right? Pacheco, he's told to take a step back because the referee puts a timeout on the clock. I don't know why, because because he has the referee stepping in to look at the eye of McCumby because there's too much blood in that particular left eye where his eye is too fucked up to pretty much continue with any hope of winning this fight with 20 seconds left on the clock. 12 seconds. I'm sorry, 20 seconds left on the clock in the 12th round. Right? So here comes Pacheco, bro. Pesky jab. McCumby landing an overhand right on the face of Pacheco. Pacheco with the 3, 4, 5 pesky jabs. Pesky Pacheco jab. Pesky Pacheco jab with 5 jabs. Successful back to back, but does nothing but throws another pesky jab. McCumby missing with the 1-2, but being mad with the pesky 1-2. Right? Another pesky jab by Pacheco. The bell just rang for Pacheco. McCumby kisses Pacheco on the cheek as they smile. I mean, I don't know, man. Let's go look back at the pay-per-view fight between Pitbull Cruz and Salcido. Pitbull Cruz versus Salido. Images. Let me make a new thumbnail as they're in between rounds, bro, because I'm changing the whole thing around. Stick around. I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. I'm going to do a round by round. Pitbull Cruz is also dominating the fight. Don't get me wrong. Pitbull Cruz is fighting an excellent fight against Salcido. And Salcido is kind of in it to survive more than to win it. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to fix this particular thumbnail, and I'll get right back at the fight. Let me see. Paste, and I'm gonna do a particular thumbnail for this boxing channels. And so, ladies and gentlemen, what did you guys think? They're about to announce the scorecards. I mean, obviously, McCumby did not win this fight. And so we're just kind of waiting on what the announcement has to say as I make myself a thumbnail for this particular fight that just occurred. Right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I'm still here, bro. I ain't going anywhere, bro. So just stick around for a little bit. Just give me a few moments here as I fix this thumbnail. All right. They're about to announce it right now. Pacheco and McCumby, they're both being held by the referee to announce the winner. And they gave it to Pacheco. Rightfully so. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Pacheco versus Cruz. I'm sorry, Pacheco versus McCumby during the Pitbull Cruz versus Salcido fight. Right? So which one was more entertaining? Obviously, Cruz Salcido overshadowed the highlights, the punching, the aggression, whatever happened in the Pacheco versus McCumby. And it's just the way it goes sometimes, right? Pitbull Cruz is too much of an exciting fighter to be competing with Pacheco right now. Let's see what Pacheco has to say. He's just saying he's working on his jab, trying to find his distance. He's just talking about he's preparing for the next one. They're asking about the power. How do you feel the power? He's just talking about his jab. He felt his jab was there doing the job. He's just saying Trevor's a good fighter. And he feels that Trevor tested him. Pacheco's complaining about the clash of heads, but he felt that he was never in any type of danger. And he said he kept just with that rhythm, that style. And they asked him, what do you mean by that? He said, just to take care of business. They're asking, what does he want next? That's it. That's all he had to say. He didn't call anybody out. Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna get back to the fight right now. Pitbull Cruz and Salcido. Omar Salcido. I'm fixing the title of my. I'm fixing the title of my StreamYard. It's round number 7. 2 minutes left. Pitbull Cruz coming in with a great aggression on the face and body of Salcido. Salcido clinches for dear life. The referee just separates them, warns Salcido about the over clinching, trying to continue the fighting, bro. Where they shake hands. Pitbull Cruz comes in with more punches to the body. And here comes Pitbull Cruz with another set of combinations, non-stop, about 4, 5, 6 punches. And they're getting, tangled up as Pitbull Cruz tries to fight with one hand free. The ref separating it. Pitbull Cruz coming in with that jab to the face of Salcido. Salcido with his mouth open, breathing heavily. Pitbull Cruz coming in like a pitbull shark, just going for the kill, man. Just going for the kill. I'm telling you, man, Pitbull Cruz is definitely an entertaining fighter. And I'm just glad to see this fight, dude. It's a great fucking fight, bro. It's like a double. It's like a double header. Yeah, let me go back to the. All right, I'm trying to continue with the. They're in between rounds, ladies and gentlemen. So just bear with me. They're in between rounds right now. And the bell just rang, and as the bell rings and shit, let me just fucking. So we're waiting for round 8 to start for Cruz and Salcido, right? So let's just chill out for a little bit as I kind of try to fix the. Oh, I did. I was trying to fix the title of the show. I was trying to fix the thumbnail. I'm not sure if I had any success changing the thumbnail. Let me try again. Apply. Save changes. But yeah, I'm not able to change the actual thumbnail for now. That's fine. That's fine. So they're giving Pitbull Cruz instructions. They're giving Pitbull Cruz instructions. I paused it for a little bit just to kind of give you time to catch up to the live fight. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and forward all the way to the live. So we're back live. We're still in between rounds. We got Pitbull Cruz being attended by his father, his trainer, getting instructions. And it is what it is. Pitbull Cruz getting hit with a few jabs to the body right there, maybe a hook by Salcido. Pitbull Cruz in the center of the ring, lands a jab to the face of Salcido. Salcido tries to throw some combinations, landing on the guard, but gets met with the overhand right by Pitbull Cruz. You know what I mean? Salcido retaliating with the hook of his own. Pitbull Cruz trying to come in with the. Let's see the scorecards, the unofficial scorecards. They have it 70-63 every single round for Pitbull Cruz. Like I said, this fight is very similar, bro. Very similar to the McCumby Pacheco fight. One being more taller than the other, having a longer reach, but it's just a very different type of a fight. In this case, the shorter fighter is having more success than the taller fighter by landing an overhand left hook to the face of the face of Salcido, again with another one, and another one, 3, 4 repeated left hooks to the face of Salcido. Like I'm saying, in this case, the shorter fighter and Pitbull Cruz landing more punches with more aggression, more effective, success on his opponent who's taller with their longer reach. The shorter fighter is winning in this particular fight. Whereas in the McCumby versus Pacheco fight, it was a taller fighter winning with the pesky jab, right? So how do you beat that pesky jab? With pure aggression. Pure aggression. Coming in, just like Pitbull is doing, throwing wild left hooks, wild right hooks, mean old straights, right? Solid jabs, coming in, up and down, upstairs and downstairs, overhand right to the face of Salcido. Another one to the face of Salcido. Salcido folds as he tries to clinch, but there's Pitbull Cruz landing wild hooks. More to the body, more to the face. More to the body, more to the face. Salcido says, come on, bring it on. But clinches. Pitbull says, let me go. The ref steps in. The ref tells him, let's go. Here comes Pitbull Cruz with 2 jabs in a straight. And another left hook, and Salcido finally responds. But here comes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 short hooks by Pitbull Cruz with that free hand that he had while he was being clinched with the other. Pitbull Cruz missing with that crazy old left hook. Crazy. I'm telling you, man, this fight's fucking intense, bro. This fight is intense, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and lower the volume for the zone, because right now they're in the background. The zone is talking, and it's getting kind of annoying and shit that the commercials are going in the background while I'm trying to do because I'm watching both fights at the same time, right? Both cards, right? So the PBC and the zone card. Obviously, the zone card is free. Well, not free because you have to have the membership, right? And the pay-per-view fight is $80 fucking, bro. And the fight that was that just happened on the zone with the Usyk versus Du Bois, that was $60 fucking, right? So do the math, right? So that's how much I spent today on my subscription, on the Du Bois versus Usyk fight, and on this particular premier Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios fight. It is a pretty penny today, right? So I'm spending some money today, right? So the least I could do is maybe spare this free time that I have, like the spare change, that I don't mind spending on boxing, just to entertain myself, and I don't mind sharing it with you folks. Those of you who want to join in and tune in to the round by round, these boxing commentaries by a dude, I appreciate you guys. Right? I would say this is the least I could do. But that's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, man, $80 for the pay-per-view and $50 for the previous one, and the subscription. That's about $150 today. I would say today is worth $150, ladies and gentlemen. How much I technically spent in watching these fights and sharing them with you guys. My subscription, the earlier fight with Usyk, Du Bois, and this one. The bell just rang. Cruz Salcido, round number 9, 2 more to go. This one number 10. Salcido getting hit by a crazy straight, or kind of like a left hook to the body. And Pitbull trying to land. His punches are so short, right? His reach is so short. His punches are so short. He throws them at such a close distance. It's kind of hard to tell if he's throwing a hook, a straight, or sometimes even an uppercut, because his body is kind of fluctuating between bobbing and weaving, punching, and adjusting to the angle, so it's kind of like he has that body frame style where all his punches look the same. And even though he's trying to throw a different punch, you can tell when he's trying to throw a jab, but the way he's somewhat built almost looks like he's throwing a hook, right? Right now, he does throw some hooks to the body, doing some kind of, I don't know, bro. He kind of like if you've seen the speed bag right now. So it's an intense fight, you know what I mean? It's 1 minute and 45 seconds left, 9 rounds of 10 to go, right? So this is where we're at right now, bro. 1 minute and 35 seconds to go. And we got Salcido trying to do something, but he's not doing much. Let me see. We get a drink. But yeah, bro, fucking good fight, good entertaining fight, and we got more to go, bro. We got definitely more to go. Let me look at the comments here. It says the chin looks suspect. This is my first time. Oh, what's up, brother? All right, well, thank you. Do Mechanic G, well, welcome, brother. Welcome. It says, where are you from, bro? I'm from California. From California, Chicano. I'm Chicano, Holmes. I'm Chicano from California. Let's see what we got here. We got Athena Margaret Jenkiran. It says, what round? Pacheco. Oh, yeah, you guys already heard about that. I already talked about that. It went the distance, right? Yeah, it did. Respect. You could have streamed it, but you bought it. Well, the thing is, bro, I don't stream fights. And the reason I don't stream fights is because have you ever been, or if you stream fights, bro, you would realize that you're going to get interruptions. Your shit's going to buffer. You're going to be in between a fight, in between rounds, in between a nice, exchange of punches. And the fight's going to start buffering. Right? Or you go, I don't know, bro. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. And here's the thing, bro. I'm not wealthy. I'm far from being like a wealthy fucking person. But, bro, spending $150 on boxing, on a good weekend, it doesn't bother me, bro. I'm a hardworking family man. I make enough. I make enough not to fucking stress on not watching the fight, bro. If I want to watch the fight, I'll just pay for it, bro. I even go to the fights, bro. So it's just my thing. If I don't go to the fight to watch it live, I'm gonna go watch it on pay-per-view. The only time that I do watch fights that are streamed is if I go to someone else's house, and they're streaming the fight illegally. But I guarantee you, I'm still paying for the fight on my phone. And there's been many cases, bro, when their fight goes off, their shit starts buffering, and I'm fucking still watching on my phone, So whether I get invited or not, bro, believe it or not, bro, you don't have to believe me, whether you believe me or not. You know what I mean? I'm still Pitbull Cruz. The bell just rang for the last round, and yeah, bro. Let's look at the scorecard, official scorecard. They have it every single round for Pitbull Cruz. I do too. Pitbull Cruz is trying to go for the knockout, bro. Salcido's clinching. Salcido looks very tired, bro. Salcido looks very, very tired. He looks like he has nothing left but to clinch. He's trying to throw some jabs, but he's trying to take a step back. Throws a 1-2 in the face of Pitbull. Doesn't do nothing but gets mad with some solid hooks to the body. And Salcido just looks like his body's been punted. Well, he has. I've been seeing this. I am a witness to this. Right? That Salcido's body is possibly, suffering from cracked ribs, but he's definitely all bruised up by now. His intestines, his guts, they're definitely feeling. And you can see because Salcido does not pick up his arms. They're very low to his body. He's sacrificing the fact that he's going to get hit in the face because he does not want to get hit, and he's clinching. He's over clinching, right? He's dropping his arms. He's breathing heavily. He gets hit straight to the face with a mean old left hook, and he refuses to bring up those hands because, like I said, I believe that he has fractured ribs, if not broken by now. I mean, this we're already a minute and 25 seconds into the 10th round, the last round of the fight, and nothing has changed. Body punch, body punch, body punch, back to back to back from Pitbull Cruz on the ribs of Salcido. Right? So Salcido is just, he's pretty much a human punching bag right now. He's trying to throw some combinations, but you could tell he's hurting because when he throws his punches, he's kind of holding back, not because he's respecting Pitbull, but you could tell his body's too hurt. Yeah, bro. Salcido's going to be pissing blood, bro. Ooh, nice left hook to the face by Pitbull Cruz. And going buck wild as Pitbull Cruz to the face, to the body, to the face, to the body, to the face, to the body, to the face, to the face. And he continues nonstop. Pitbull Cruz. We got 45 seconds left in this round. And he's clinching for dear life as Salcido. Pitbull Cruz is trying to snap his way out of it. You know what I mean? They call a timeout. and they're going to take a point away from Salcido from over clinching. Again, the referee had warned him many times, and he had stopped many aggressions, many aggressions. He had stopped them due to over clinching. This actually is a smart move because he was about to go down, getting hit to the face again with a mean overhand right at Salcido. So again, they're gonna stop the fight. They should stop the fight. He's too hurt. 20 seconds left. He takes a knee. It's a smart move by Salcido. This fight could have ended by knockout, but by him having the point taken away and him taking a knee allows him to survive. Pitbull has 13 seconds left, 10 seconds left to win the fight by knockout. And the ref has not stopped the fight. The fight's gonna end in about 2 seconds, and the fight just ends. Wow. And let's say the question is by Toby. Toby says, did Pacheco call out Shiraz? No, brother, he didn't call out nobody. He just said he kind of did. He said he wants the top 10, but nobody is specific. I didn't hear any names specifically that he called out. He just said something about top 10. And man, Salcido almost got knocked the fuck out, bro. Salcido, if Salcido wouldn't have got that point taken away and taken a knee, he definitely would have got knocked the fuck out. He was out. He was out on his feet, bro. He was out on his feet. Yeah, bro. And guess what, bro? We're about to have Bam Rodriguez come out. I think. They're interviewing Manny Pacquiao right now. I think Cafu's about to walk out. I'm not sure. Yeah, Cafu's about to walk out, so Bam Rodriguez fight's about to come out. I'm not going to do the round by round on that one because I just basically did two simultaneous back-to-back, and I do want to get a little break. I do got kids. I got to, you know what I mean? Even though my wife is here and shit, bro, but I still like to, I don't like to be stuck on the fucking TV nonstop for hours and shit, bro. I mean, this is my day out, don't get me wrong, bro, but even when I'm just watching a fight, I still like to, spend time with them and shit. Go out there, tickle my kids and shit, and see what's going on, if they need anything. Slap the lady in the ass and shit, bro. You know what I mean? Get your woman off fucking like, stop it. I like, come here. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, some shit like that, ladies and gentlemen. So, where we at right now? Where are we at right now? So, we got Cafu walking out. Manny Pacquiao's also getting interviewed right now. He's just talking about. Let's see him raise the volume. He just said he's rested, very well rested. Yeah, Manny's just being Manny. Talking about inspiring people. Very humble. They just wish him good luck. Cafu's still walking his way to the ring, shaking hands with the fans, or bumping fists in this case. 195 punches landed for Pitbull Cruz compared to Salcido, who only landed 79. Crazy, huh? They're about to read the scorecard for Pitbull Cruz and Salcido. $99 to $89. 100 to 80. I mean, damn. When was the last time you heard a 100 to 88 scorecard? Isaac wins by domination. Good job for Pitbull Cruz. Winner by unanimous decision. Gets himself another belt. So Pitbull Cruz, who's next after Pitbull Cruz on the Zone? I'm sorry, Pitbull Cruz is on PBC. Let me see, Amazon. After Pitbull Cruz, I think we still have Tenzu. Yeah. So we have Tenzu versus Fundora, and then we have Bam Rodriguez versus Skafu next. Shit, I might even just put the fucking Bam Rodriguez fight on pause. I don't know. No, Bam is coming out right now. I might have to put the Tim Zoo fight on pause. Watch Bam Rodriguez, because they're gonna. Damn, these are two good fights that I don't want to miss. But because Bam is coming out right now, he's gonna fight before Tim and Fundora. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna watch the Bam Rodriguez versus Cafu fight live, put the Tim Zoo fight on pause, and then go and watch Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios live, and go back and watch Tim Zoo versus Fundora after the Manny Pacquiao Barrios fight, because I don't want to miss, unless Bam wins by knockout in these fucking first fucking set of rounds and shit, bro. So we're not. Abner Midas is interviewing Pitbull Cruz, and he's talking about the fight. Oh, they're talking about the Mexican Mike Tyson, the different types of juke moves that Pitbull. Remember, I was mentioning that earlier in the fight. For those of you who are watching this fight live, I was saying that Pitbull Cruz was making some juke moves. That's a Pitbull juke move, Cruz. I was saying some shit like that. It was a Pitbull move, and obviously I'm not the only one who saw that, right? Because I was catching those particular moves by Pitbull. I said those are some Pitbull Cruz moves. So right now you got the announcer announcing the Bam Rodriguez fighters, whereas on the other card they're just ending the Pitbull Cruz versus SALCIDO announcement. And coming up next is Fundora versus Tim Zoo. I might have to put this fight on pause unless Bam Rodriguez wins a fast knockout fight. You know what I mean? So interesting. Let me go back to the comments here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really do want to thank everybody for tuning in to another edition of the Boxing Commentaries with the Dude. Just here to talk about boxing. Just throw my 2 punches in, Holmes. Brought to you by the Low Budget Productions, because this is low budget, right? So that's what I call it, low budget. But this is low budget. And then it's we got Jed say, is McCumby versus Pacheco already started? Yeah, brother. Fight already ended. Pacheco won every single round. I think they gave Pacheco 1 round. I mean, McCumby 1 round. Pacheco won every fucking particular round after that. Before that, that fight did not meet the expectations that I was hoping for, but at least I was here to share with you guys that particular fight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really do want to thank everybody for tuning in to both the Pacheco versus. Oh man, that's one thing that I didn't do right. I tried to change I couldn't. I was trying to change the thumbnail and I couldn't. So I was trying to put the Pitbull Cruz also up there, but it is what it is. You guys heard both round by round commentaries, and I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching it. Hit a thumbs up, thumb down. I don't really care. Subscribe to the channel, share it, do what you got to do. I'm out. Thank you. Peace, and I will get you on the next.